Just things? Well, it's not magic and it's definitely not luck. There's this hidden structure at play: projects, programs, and portfolios. Let's break down how this powerful framework turns vision into reality.
Right. So how does it happen? It's all about having a deliberate, structured approach. This framework we're talking about, it's what makes sure every single action, from the tiniest task to a massive global launch, is all pointing in the same direction. It's how a company's big strategy gets out of the boardroom and starts making a difference in the real world.
Okay, so let's start with the piece that we're probably all most familiar with, right? The project. Think of this as the basic unit of work, the fundamental building block for turning any idea into something you can actually see and touch. Now, if you look at the official definition, two words just pop right out: temporary and unique. And this is so important. A project is not your normal day-to-day work. No way. It's a focused mission. It has a clear start, a clear finish, and it's all about creating something brand new. Let's use an analogy to make this super simple. A project. It's like building a single house. That's it. You've got your blueprint, a set budget, a timeline for construction, and when you're done, bam, you've got one finished, unique house. Easy enough, right? So the main thing to remember here is that projects are all about constraints. They have a definite finish line, they create one very specific output. And you measure success by that classic trio you've probably heard a million times. Was it on time, on budget, and was the quality good? It's all about that intense, laser-like focus. Okay, but that's where things start to get really interesting. One house is great, but what if your goal is way bigger than that? What if you're not just building one house, but a whole bunch of them, and they all have to work together somehow? And that question right there brings us up to the next level: the program. You see, a program isn't about doing just one thing. It's about grabbing a whole collection of related projects and managing them together to achieve something much, much bigger than any one of them could on its own. The magic words here are related projects and benefits. See, the whole reason you group projects into a program is because by coordinating them, you unlock a totally new level of value. If you just manage them all separately, you'd completely miss out on that bigger price. Let's go back to our analogy. A program isn't just about building that one house anymore. Now we're developing an entire residential neighborhood. This means you've got multiple house building projects, sure, but you've also got projects for roads, for parks, for utilities. They're all related, and you have to coordinate them to create a great neighborhood. That's the benefit. So you can really feel the shift in thinking, can't you? Programs, by their very nature, are longer term. They're not obsessed with a single output. They're focused on the overall benefit that all those outputs create when they come together. Success is no longer just, did we build a thing right? It's, did we get the valuable outcome we were aiming for? Okay, so we've gone from a house to a neighborhood. But even a neighborhood is just one part of a much larger system. So let's zoom out one final time to see the highest level of this whole structure. And this brings us all the way to the top, the portfolio. Now, a portfolio is less about how the work gets done and way more about making sure the organization is doing the right work in the first place. Think of it as the ultimate strategic filter for every single thing the company does. And look what's included here. Everything. I mean, all the projects, all the programs, even the regular day-to-day operations. The person in charge of the portfolio is constantly asking one critical question. With our limited time and money, are we investing in the absolute best things to hit our biggest, most important goals? And here is where our analogy comes full circle, and it all just clicks into place. The portfolio is the city's master plan. It's that top level where the really big decisions get made. Do we build more neighborhoods? Or, you know what, maybe we need a new business park or a subway system. It's all about making sure every single development aligns with the city's long-term vision for growth. Okay, so we've got projects, programs, and portfolios. That's a lot to take in. Let's put them all side by side so we can really nail down the differences. This table just lays it all out so perfectly. You can see the progression in duration, right, from a temporary project to a continuous portfolio. But honestly, that focus row, that's where the real story is. We move from a tangible output to a broader benefit, all the way up to a high-level strategic objective. Each level is asking a totally different question about what success actually looks like. Let me just reinforce that one more time. A project manager asks, did we build the house correctly and on budget? A program manager asks, did we successfully create a desirable neighborhood that people actually want to live in? See the difference? One is about the what, and the other is about the so what. And here's the final and maybe most critical distinction. A program manager is focused on doing the work right, delivering that neighborhood as efficiently as they can. But the portfolio manager, they're focused on doing the right work. They're asking, what? Should we even be building this neighborhood at all? Or would a new airport get us closer to our 5-year plan? It's that ultimate strategic choice. So why do companies even bother with all this structure? Why does it matter? Because it's the engine. It's the actual mechanism that translates a high-level, maybe even fuzzy, vision into concrete action. And this is how it all connects. It flows from the top down. Leadership sets the big strategy. The portfolio turns that strategy into a plan of attack. That plan greenlights programs to deliver specific benefits. And then those programs kick off projects to create the actual outputs. It's just a perfect cascade from the highest level vision right down to hands-on work. And really, that's the whole point. This whole system is designed to prevent chaos. It makes sure that whether you're building one tiny little feature or launching a massive global initiative, your work is directly helping the organization achieve its most critical goals. Every single oar is rowing in the exact same direction. So, I'll leave you with this question. The next time you're at work, just ask yourself, am I building a brick? Am I designing a neighborhood? Or am I drafting the master plan for the entire city? Because understanding whether your daily grind is creating an output, a benefit, or a strategy, well, that doesn't just clarify your role, it defines your impact.